Welcome to the Pokemon Squad. We've got wheel spacers for the Uforce 800 XL. Why do you need them? Which kind do you need? And how do you put them on? Stay tuned to find all that out. All right, we've got our wheel spacers here. In fact, we've got an entire lift kit from Perfex. The lift kit is for the Uforce 600, but we can make it fit. These are our wheel spacers. So if you get them from Perfex, this is what the box will look like. Now, you need the wheel spacers for the Uforce 1000 to fit our machine, the Uforce 800 XL. So I know that the Uforce 600, I believe, has the M10 stud sizes. We have on the 800 XL the M12, which is the same as the Uforce 1000. I know lots of numbers getting thrown out here. So they come in pairs. You can also get some of these on Amazon if you'd rather. You don't need a whole kit or anything like that. This is my first time looking at these. Looks really nice. All right, so let's check out these wheel spacers. These are 1.5 inch wheel spacers. Very pretty. I don't know, that's 1.5 inches. That seems bigger than that, but I'm sure that it is. See that they've just pushed this through. The way this will work, and I'll show you that you'll take these off, put your wheel studs on there, and put these onto that. You can see there's kind of a concave end that'll sit into this groove. But these are the 1.5 inch wheel spacers. I suppose it should be about 3 inches wider all the way around. See if they can stop our rubbing. We are going to put the lift kit on no matter what. So if you're interested in seeing that video, stick around. It'll be here soon. But we'll see with these spacers if you can run 30 just spacers. Let's get to it. But let's go ahead and get the front lifted up, tires off, parking brake on, tires chalked. We don't want this thing rolling out from us. Let's see what we can do. All right, so we need a 19 millimeter socket to remove these wheel lugs. You can do it with anything. I've got this big bad sucker here. I'll make short work of it. We'll just get them all real loose. And then on the other side as well, and then we'll go ahead and jack the front up, get the wheels off the ground, and we'll do the rest then. All right, got the wheels, or got the machine lifted. Got this off of there. And I'm going to just give this a real good cleaning. Been wondering why my brakes are squeaking. That might be why. So let's see if we can get that cleaned up first. All right, now that I've got this good and cleaned up, I really want a good clean surface for this to get on. We can go ahead and take these off and place our wheel spacer on. That's pretty long-winded. One thing we want to do is we want to put some blue Loctite on these threads, because we do not want this to come loose and come off. That would be bad. And so we want to make sure we put a little bit of blue Loctite on these studs before we put them on. Let's see. And you can kind of just do that to kind of get a feel of how far the Loctite needs to be on. And I guess about halfway up should be fine. So let me get my Loctite real quick. So this is the Loctite that you want, the blue thread locker. We'll go ahead and get this open and get it on our studs here. Now you may be thinking, why would I want to take advice from this guy? He clearly doesn't know what he's doing. But I like to call myself the test dummy. Just don't think there's any, videos of anybody making this content for this machine yet. And so I'm testing it all out for you, so you don't have to. Whenever you get it, you can see the wrong way to do it, and you'll have a better understanding than me, who is just winging it. So let's go ahead and get this on here. I'll just get these loosely started because I want to make sure I get them evenly into the little concave portions. So we'll just take what came off, or take what came on, take it off, and put it on our regular ones. Now, if you get the wheel spacers for the 600, these lugs aren't going to fit. I don't know that the wheel spacer is a whole lot different. Maybe it is. It's got it printed on there that it is. But these are definitely different, and these will be different too. So if you get the ones for the original 600, not only will these not fit, but your lug nuts won't fit back on here. And that wouldn't be good. So you definitely want to get the wheel spacers for the Uforce 1000. That is what fits the 800 XL. I know it's confusing. We want the lift kit for the Uforce 600 and the windshield for the 600, everything for the 600, but not the wheel spacers. This shares their identity with the Uforce 1000. So you definitely want to get the right ones. Here's my lug nut. I'll show you that it does fit perfectly. Won't put them on just yet. Don't get the ones for the Uforce 600. I'll leave something on here. I think these are M12-1.25. It may not say Uforce 1000. It might say that. And the wheel pattern is 4X110. So that's what you need to be looking out for. So I'm just going to hand tighten all these. And just get them on there. Looks like they're good and long-winded, but that's all right. We want them to be on there snug for sure. I'm going to kind of do this in a little bit of a star pattern. Now, I believe that the torque specs from Cfmoto are around 80 foot-pounds of torque. So we'll see. We'll get the torque wrench out and see how close we get. All right, so I've got my torque wrench set to 80. We'll probably pass that, but let's just make good and sure. I'll probably have to stick something in the wheel here to keep it from moving. Let's see. The old knife here would. All right, good on that one. See if we catch there. Good on that one. Good on that one. And good on that one. All right, we got a good over 80 here. See if I can get my knife out. That's all there is to it. I'm going to do that for the other tires, and we'll see if that stops the rubbing. And here is just a close-up of that wheel spacer installed. All right, I've got the front set on. So this is the stance now, which is pretty wild. It looks great. We're not going to leave it like that because we'll put the lift on and crease it up. We're going to take it out and we'll ride on it. All right, so we've got the new spacers on. We're going down the road. It feels great. And so if you've got just the stock tires and you want a more stable feel, oh yeah, definitely get some spacers. But if you're trying to keep it from rubbing, that's not going to help you. In fact, it rubs worse, and I'll show you here in a minute. But as far as going down the road, it tracks a whole lot better. I mean, I can drive without the steering wheel. I mean, look how far we went and didn't even need to turn the wheel. So for stability, these things are awesome. To give you more clearance for bigger tires, not going to help. All right, so I'm trying to turn, and I can barely, with 30-inch tires, I'm rubbing right now. I can barely move the tires. Oh, already rubbing on this side. So if you're not going to lift, do not put 30s on with wheel spacers. They're way better without them. I'm having to do like a 50-point turn here. Oh, rubbing hard. I don't know if you can see me. Yeah. Ugh.
If you do get the wheel spacers though, they'll stick out far without the lift and you probably will get some mud on you. Now we are going to put a lift on, but you cannot deny this thing looks good with that wide stance. If I'd went with 29-inch tires, I don't know if I'd lift it. I might would just leave it like this. It looks great.
It's right there. It's hitting.
All right, so without the wheel spacers, we rubbed back there. With the wheel spacers, we rub right here. Now, if you got the stock tires or smaller tires, it probably won't matter. But if you're running 30s and want wheel spacers to help you out, they're not going to. All right, guys. So if you want a wider traction and really a smoother ride and better handling, you can definitely get you some wheel spacers with your stock tires or even a little bit bigger than stock. But with 30-inch tires, they're going to rub so bad you can't drive it. 30-inch tires without the spacers aren't too bad. They do rub at extreme corners. This thing rubs just almost going straight. Get the wheel spacers for the Uforce 1000, not the 600. And if you want to see us lift this thing, I'm about to do it right now. You'll see it in a day or two. Go check out that video. Like and subscribe for more. Got a light bar coming. We're going to put on too. I'll show you how to wire it, how to mount it on here. And don't forget, all the honor and glory goes to God. Good night, good pulls. God bless.